For creative, I think the bar of success has been gravely reduced. And even at that, I still find ways to be unsuccessful. Okay, there was someone who said, can't remember who said this, but it's a famous culture driver. The person said that for creatives, for artists, for unorthodox people, you creating something and putting it out there is what success is. Whatever happens after that is not in your control. So the most successful thing you've done is to create your work and put it out there. Right? But my mind still finds ways of making me unsuccessful. If anyone has noticed, I've been MIA from this space for a couple of months right now. I, I've got I've got excuses, but at the end of the day, they're still not valid excuses. I was trying to get to reasonable points in my body of work, right? I think this is the fourth piece, and I was like, I need this time to focus on this thing. And I used some dim lines to like trying to meet my own deadline. Did it work? Yeah, it worked. But after that, I still faced, couple weeks of not being, I still faced couple weeks of not being here. And the main reason is that if those who are fully this space noticed, yeah, it's a new space. There's a new space. So I'm trying to create like a living studio where I could just, come paint. The former studio was not anywhere I was laying my head. So I had to like go to the studio and come back. So this is the space where I promised to, like do a detailed video on that when I'm ready to like put the place in order. Does that. And I let the idea, in fact, that this was supposed to happen as contribute to my procrastination and the reason why I've not been at this space. Crazy thing is that it had nothing to do with what I come here to do all the time. I just come here to share psychological hurdles and how I've been able to, overcome the psychological hurdles. But some way, somehow, the fact that that's where I'm going towards, giving you a more immersive, experience into my craft, into what I'm doing by having a well-created space where I can easily, record stuff that you guys can see. It's certainly became an obstacle. Yeah, that's where my mind is growing into, right? As creatives, our minds are ever evolving and creating things and scenarios and all that. So it's as simple as coming here to talk about the psychological hurdles and obstacles that I've been experiencing as a creative. But I let the better idea, stop me from executing what I can execute now. Yes, you all have dreams and we all think about our final product or where we're going to find ourselves in probably 3, 4, 5 years. And I've got dreams and aspirations of mine too. And I hold branding to art. So I was like, at this point, this is what's supposed to, this is how my brand is supposed to be like. Well, at the end of the day, the whole branding thing is about telling your story unapologetically, and I don't think performance is part of it. I think that there's a part of my head that went towards performance because if I was the same, if I'm saying that I'm going to stick to the idea of the brand that I have in my head, guess who's not even going to be out there? Is me. I'm never going to be out there. I'm not my work is something out there. I'm just going to be waiting the perfect time that clicks with the idea in my head. Meanwhile, the journey is the little steps that I can to get to that person and I have to let tell my stories. My story. Creating is that I do not face this just here in every part of growth that I've tried to attain. Even while pins to this camera, sometimes I'm like overwhelmed by the idea I'm trying to get to. And if you notice, my process is a very slow one. And sometimes I get overwhelmed with where I'm heading towards, not what I'm supposed to do right now to get to the next page. And at this point, I think I have to focus on just execution and putting stuff out there and showing up every day. And probably the better idea is going to meet up with where I am currently right now. So I think I have to get back to spacing. I hope I'll be able to keep up appearances as we go on. And I hope that this hurdle that I've crossed, this mental hurdle that I've crossed, psychological hurdle that I've crossed, I do not repeat it again, because I have like a habit of repeating hurdles. If I have learned the lesson, I should have moved past it, but sometimes just repeat that circle over and over again. And I don't want this circle to continue. I don't want this loop to continue. I'm enough right now. I'll be enough tomorrow. I was enough yesterday and in the future. So I'll see you in a bit. Peace. And I need to get back to painting